Welcome to the final episode in this first series of Empower and Elevate Mentorship and Sponsorship Redefined. I'm Joanna Ogunleye, and today's topic is close to my heart. It is the power of giving back and becoming the mentor you once needed. Let's take a deep dive into the following segments. The journey full circle, mentorship as a legacy, starting small and growing big, and the ripple effect of mentorship. Moving on to the fourth segment, the journey full circle. So think about all you needed when you were just starting out. Someone to guide you, someone to challenge you, someone to affirm or believe in you. You have the power to be that person now. So let me ask you this question. Who was that person for you? Was it a teacher who saw your potential before you did? A colleague who gave you a shot where no one else would? Or maybe it was someone whose words found you at just the right time through a book, a podcast, and a stranger's kindness. So here's what I've learned. I've learned that mentorship doesn't always look like a formal relationship. Sometimes it's a 10-minute conversation that changes everything. I'll never forget the day a senior leader put me aside after a meeting several years ago and said, "Joanna, you're thinking too small." And that was it. No agenda, no follow-up, but they rewired my confidence. So you are someone's answered prayer. So show up. What's one small way you can show up for someone this week? That's a reflection question. Is it through a DM? Is it through coffee chat? Or even a post sharing a lesson you wish you had learned earlier? So moving on to the segment 2, mentorship as a legacy. Mentorship isn't just a nice thing to do, it's a legacy. It transforms careers, it transforms confidence, and it transforms communities. So it's good to be in a mentorship program. But here's the myth that we need to bust. You don't need to be a CEO or a 20-year veteran to mentor someone. Some of the most impactful mentors I've had were only a few steps ahead of me. Why? Because I remember what it felt like to be in my shoes. So think about it. If you've ever navigated a career pivot, overcome imposter syndrome, negotiated a salary, balance work and family, oh, come on, you have the wisdom to share. Your messy middle is someone else's roadmap. Trust me. Legacy isn't what you leave behind, it's who you lift along the way. Here's an action step for you. So identify one skill or lesson that you've mastered in the last 2 years. Now, who in your network needs to hear it? You have to share it. Moving on to segment 3, starting small and growing big. Don't forget the days of small beginnings. So start small and then grow big. So maybe you start with one conversation, one coffee chat, or even one "I believe in you." But what if you're introverted? That's a good question. I considered myself as an introvert. Short on time, and you're not sure where to start. I'll give you 3 low-lift ways to begin. The very first one is micro-mentorship. Micro-mentorship, you can offer 15-minute sprint calls to answer specific questions. For example, resume review, interview prep, career navigation questions, or even career development questions. Number 2 is share your failures publicly. You can post a mistake and what it taught you. Someone who is silently struggling with the same thing can show up, right? And number 3 is you can nominate others, which means amplify a colleague's work in a meeting or on LinkedIn. And sponsorship starts with visibility. Someone can see that nomination and maybe they need such a person in their team, or they need that person, they want the opportunity to be able to groom that person. So here's a story. A listener, Tasha, told me that she started mentoring by simply answering DMs about her industry. So fast forward to 2 years later, she's built a free cohort program for young women, and it began with only one reply. Don't forget, your story holds keys for someone else's door. Don't hold on to that key. Don't hold on to that story. You'll have to share it. Moving on to the last segment, the ripple effect of mentorship. So we've been discussing in the past few episodes that mentorship is not a one-way street. It's two. Because when you give, you receive. And often you receive in unexpected ways. And here's how. Number one, clarity. So teaching others forces you to articulate your own lessons. The fun fact for me is I refined my career philosophy through mentoring. Absolutely. There's so many things, so many information, so many learning curves when it comes to mentoring. Community is the second one. Your mentees become your peers and someday your collaborators. It happens. Trust me. Number 3 is joy. So few things compared to watching someone you've guided thrive. It brings so much joy when you see the growth of others that you have guided. It's pure joy. Here's an example. An acquaintance of mine, let's call him Ben, mentored a junior employee when he first got into his organization. And this junior employee later referred him for his dream job. The circle completes itself. It happens. Here's a final challenge for you. This week, reach out to someone who mentored you, even if it was informally. Thank them and then pay it forward. So as we close this first series of Empower and Elevate Mentorship and Sponsorship Redefined, I want to leave you with this. Mentorship is the antidote to isolation. So in a world that often feels disconnected, mentorship is how we weave threads of wisdom, hope, and practical help. I want to thank you for showing up, for growing, and embracing mentorship and sponsorship in all its power. Looking forward to season 2, and I hope that you will join me. Season 2 will bring interviews with leaders who have built careers on giving back, and the mentees who have transformed because of it. So the next chapter begins. It begins with interviews, it begins with real stories and deeper impact. If you have been impacted by all these episodes of mentorship and sponsorship, I will encourage you to send me a note if you would like to be part of interviews either as a mentor, mentee, or even as a leader. But for now, remember, you don't have to be a guru. You just have to be willing to say, me too, and here's what I've learned. So thank you for listening. Thank you for giving, and thank you for elevating others as you rise. I'm Joanna Ogunleye, and this is just the beginning.